Welcome to the rooftop. Last night there was a storm and all kinds of stuff came off the trees and fell on the roof, including one really big thump. I came up in the dark, in the wind, in the rain, just to see whether or not there's any damage and if I could remove what made the big thump. I got the big stick, tossed it off, climbed down, and realized I forgot my flashlight. So this thing has been sitting in the rain, in the cold, having a miserable night, and I see it. Here it is down here. So a pretty good test of a pretty good flashlight, if it's still working. Yes, it is. Lovely little flashlight. That'll fit in my pocket. It's extremely bright, like all good flashlights, LED flashlights that are out nowadays. You want to have certain features in it. So what I need in a flashlight is something that's dependable. You know, portable and dependable. It has to work every time. It has to have decent battery life. I should be able to recharge it when I'm in the field, usually in my truck. It's got to be able to take a bump. It can't drop. It can't turn on in my pack. And lastly, it needs to be somewhat, if not completely, waterproof. So this one I'm showing you is waterproof to 2 meters, which is about 6.5 feet. It's apparently drop proof to 1.5 meters, which is in around 5 feet. I think it does the job. Plus it has various levels of light. Now, as you get brighter, it consumes more battery, but that's okay as long as you take that into account. There's the low. Just gives you enough to be able to somewhat see. Medium, I think this is the one I'd use most. High, really good for seeing, you know, in the distance. And there's very high. Bring on the daylight, eh? And the distance. If you're scared of the dark, I think this is the one you'd use. I think since we're up here, we should test it. I'm probably about 10, 12 feet off the deck, so we'll drop it onto a wood deck and see if this survives. If so, I've got a flashlight you're going to see in other videos. Let's do it. Bye-bye, flashlight. So the question is, did this bad boy survive? Here's the test. Good little flashlight. So here's something interesting I did notice. This one came from Amazon, and the company's called ThruNite. But right on the box, if you go to their website at ThruNite.com, you can save 5%. Worth noting. Now, what came in my box was the light, the head mount, a separate mount, and of course the light just slides into these rubber rings and you can strap it down on something. A charger, and from what I see, it's just an Android charger and it goes into USB. Extra O-rings, I'll probably lose those, and a pocket clip, and then you can stick it in your pocket, it'll hold it down. I probably won't use that either. So there's the low setting, medium, high. And then turbo high. Low again. Medium. High. And then turbo high. And then the strobe. Low. There's the really low. Medium. High. Turbo high. So I'll post a link to the features in my description. But the ones that are really important to me is portability. That'll go in my pocket. It also comes with a head harness, so I can mount it up here and work hands-free. The battery life is good. The flashlight is waterproof to 2 meters, so that's why it survived the storm. So to wrap this up, I'll show you an example of a hole I found.
Isn't that cool?
That I was happy to have a torch with me so I could see to the bottom, and also before putting my hand in, ensure there isn't a creature that might bite me. Hey, dog. That is like a crystal cave.